Next month, I need $5,000 for car modifications. Take it out of your savings.
5,000? There's no way I have that kind of money.
Don't lie. You're a housewife. You should be saving money every day.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm already cutting back on caregiving costs and living expenses as much as possible. What else am I supposed to do?
That's not my problem. Figure it out.
Figure it out? Do you not see how absurd it is to rely on me for this?
Ugh. What's wrong with me spending money on my hobbies? It's a matter of pride as a man.
Are you seriously asking me to ruin our finances for your pride?
Stop exaggerating. You're just a housewife. It's not like you're struggling.
You have no idea how hard it is to handle all the caregiving and housework you dump on me.
It's my dad we're talking about, so it's only natural for you to take care of him.
It is not. It's insane for you to shove all the responsibility onto me while you do nothing.
Oh, come on. Don't act so high and mighty when you're doing nothing while I'm working.
Even when you're out drinking, I'm up all night taking care of him.
That's not my problem. Doesn't concern me.
You're so selfish. Even he noticed your attitude.
I couldn't care less what my old man thinks. It's your job to take care of him.
You've abandoned all your responsibilities as a son.
If you want to talk about responsibility, then shut up and work until his inheritance comes my way.
I can't believe this is how you think.
Anyway, just get the money ready. If you won't, go out and earn it yourself.
If you expect me to work, are you going to take over caregiving?
Not a chance. Isn't this what you signed up for when we got married?
I didn't expect to be treated like this when I got married.
You're just naive. Stop getting in my way.
I'm so tired of your behavior.
If you hate it so much, then go ahead and file for divorce. Just make sure you leave my dad behind.
Stop treating him like a tool.
Tool or not, he's worth money.
You're the lowest of the low. Hey, can I ask you a favor?
What is it?
Well, I've been trying to brush it off, but I'm not feeling well. Can you take care of your dad just for tomorrow?
Why the hell should I have to do that?
I've got a fever. It's so bad I can barely move. I just took my temperature and it's almost 104. That's not normal and you know it.
So what? Don't dump it on me just because you can't handle it. Stop being so weak.
You don't have to say it like that. I really can't move.
You're just using that as an excuse to slack off. Let me make it clear. I'm not buying it. You're such a useless wife.
My head is splitting. I'm dizzy and I can barely stand. And if your dad catches it, you'll have to deal with that too.
That's your fault for not taking care of yourself. You brought this on yourself, so don't expect help from me. It's got nothing to do with me.
I can't believe this. I've been doing everything and now I have to deal with this from you?
It's my dad, so of course it's your responsibility as my wife to take care of him.
What kind of logic is that? For 15 years since we got married, I've been taking care of him all by myself. Don't you think it's about time you helped even just a little? I'm at my limit. Just this once, please.
No thanks. There's no way I'm letting your problems ruin my plans.
Why not? You're off work tomorrow, aren't you?
Exactly. And because I'm off, I have plans. Unlike you sitting at home without a care.
Let me guess. Another night of drinking?
Whether I go out drinking or not is my business. And besides, you should be grateful I'll let you be a stay-at-home wife. Your job is to handle everything at home.
Grateful? Just because you made me get a caregiving license doesn't mean I signed up to do this forever.
And why do you think I had you get that license? So you could actually use it. What the hell are you complaining about now?
You get to do whatever you want, even on weekends, but I haven't had a single day off in 15 years. That's not fair.
Not fair? That's because you're not trying hard enough. I'm busy, so figure it out.
You've no right to tell me I'm slacking when you've been drinking and going out on your days off. You spend your weekends drinking and enjoying your free time. I don't have time for anything between housework and caregiving.
What are you talking about? You don't even work. You just sit at home and rest all day.
I'm telling you, I don't have any time for that. You won't even let me go to the hairdresser, so I cut my own hair. You won't let me go to the doctor either. I can't take this life anymore.
Then why don't we just get divorced? I'm not lifting a finger to take care of my dad, so he'd just be left to die.
Oh my God.
Don't forget, he helped out when your parents' business was in trouble. You said you owed him, didn't you?
Yes, it was saved thanks to him. We paid back all the money, but I still feel an enormous debt of gratitude that I could never repay.
Well, if you can abandon him now, I'm ready to file for divorce whenever you are.
You're saying this because you know I can't. You're awful.
Once he passes away, I'll set you free. Or better yet, I could increase the salt in his food and speed up the process.
What are you even saying? There's no way I could ever do something like that. I can't believe you.
Can't believe me? Think about it. If he's gone, everything works out. I get the inheritance, become rich, and you get your freedom. It's a win-win. Brilliant idea, right? This is the kind of clever thinking I'm capable of.
I could never do something so ungrateful and heartless. No matter how hard things get, that's not an option for me.
Suit yourself. In that case, you'll just have to keep being my slave, working for me. Oh, and I've decided I won't give you any money for this month.
What? You promised to provide living expenses. Why are you suddenly saying this?
Listening to your complaints has completely killed my motivation to pay. You're so irritating.
Don't be ridiculous. You haven't given me a dime for months now. I've somehow managed to keep the household running, but I can't anymore. And the joint savings account you took without asking? When are you going to return it? How am I supposed to keep our lives going?
Then use your own savings. Can't you at least figure that much out?
I don't have anything left. Because you stopped giving me money, I've used it all for your dad's caregiving and our daily expenses. What do you expect me to do now?
Ugh. So what? Ask him for money then. You should be able to handle that much, right? Why don't you just do it?
Why should I have to beg him when you're working and earning money? You're the one who should take responsibility as his son.
You're such a pain. You say no to everything. You're completely useless as a wife. All you need to do is handle the housework and caregiving, and you can't even do that properly.
You only care about yourself and dump everything on me. You have no right to say that. I'm at my limit. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, cry me a river. Your whining is exhausting. I'm not giving you a single cent, and that's final. I'm done humoring your demands. If you've got nothing else to say, stop wasting my time. I'm out.
Wait. Please, listen to me. Can't you even try to understand how I feel?
Understand? Why should I? This has nothing to do with me. You decided to take it all on yourself, so don't shove it onto me now.
Took it all on myself? Do you even realize how much I've been struggling? You have no idea. None at all. Why did things have to end up like this? My name is Liz, 40 years old. I've been married to Adam, who's 3 years older than me, for 17 years. Shortly after we got married, his father required caregiving, and I had neither the time nor the energy to have children. At first, Adam was caring and actively helped with his father's care, but at some point, he began finding it troublesome. Using work as an excuse, he completely pushed the responsibility onto me. I want to divorce him, but he constantly used his father as a shield. And between caregiving and housework, I couldn't even find time to look for a job. One day, while feeling hopeless about my life, I received a shocking message from Adam.
So, you must have had a great time thanks to me, right? You're welcome. How was your long overdue trip to the salon?
Getting my hair done felt amazing. Every time I look in the mirror, I think, wow, I really needed this. Thank you, honey. Honestly, I was surprised when you said, go get your hair done for a change. I couldn't help but wonder if there was some hidden motive behind it, though.
Haha, seriously? You thought I had some ulterior motive? Do I seem like the kind of guy who'd do something like that? But hey, sharp thinking. Gotta say, I'm impressed.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. I was just surprised you'd even think to question me like that.
Really? Well, you can't blame me for being suspicious. You're not usually this thoughtful, you know?
Oh, come on. Give me a break. I can be nice once in a while, but if you keep this up, I might stop doing anything for you altogether.
You're right, but I can't help feeling uneasy about it. Something just feels off.
Wow, you're sharper than I thought.
Huh?
Well, here's the thing. Your sister Jane is pregnant, so I need you to sign the divorce papers within 7 days.
What are you even saying?
Exactly what it sounds like. She just told me she's pregnant with my baby. Isn't that great news?
Hold on. Why are you even mentioning my sister? You're kidding, right? This is some sort of twisted joke, isn't it?
Do I sound like I'm joking? And why would I make such a joke? I'm about to be a father here. I don't have time to mess around with you anymore.
No way. No, this can't be real. I specifically told you to stay away from her. We even agreed on it.
Yeah, I remember. You told me all about how she's always stolen your guys since you were young. Honestly, I thought that story was pretty hilarious.
Hilarious? It's true. She's done it all my life, and you knew that. How could you do this to me?
Honestly, I think you're overreacting. Sounds like a bit of persecution complex to me.
Persecution complex? Are you kidding me? Do you even understand the things she said and done to me?
Come on, think about it. She's 8 years younger than you and drop-dead gorgeous. Guys aren't just going to ignore her. If anything, they're chasing her, not the other way around. So maybe the problem isn't her.
She's the type who actively goes to her target's workplace. Don't you think that's weird?
Yeah, now that you mention it, the first time I met her was near my office. At the time, I thought it was just a coincidence. But now that I think about it, it might have been planned.
See? That's exactly what I mean. I don't know what she's trying to pull, but how did it even come to this?
From what she told me, her ex broke up with her, and she came to me for advice. She was crying, and I just couldn't ignore her.
Advice, huh? She always thinks she can get away with anything just by crying. But you? Falling for it so easily? I can't believe you.
I told you. I couldn't just leave her like that. I have a weakness for tears. And well, before I knew it, we started falling for each other. Love works in mysterious ways, huh?
Since when?
About a year ago.
What? Oh my God.
Can't believe you didn't notice. You're seriously clueless, huh?
I didn't have the luxury to notice. And a year ago, that's when you stopped giving me money for the household.
Well, yeah. I wanted to spend it on her instead.
You're the worst. After everything I've been through, this is how you repay me?
Quit whining. The divorce papers are on the table. Sign them and turn them in.
This is too much.
You wanted a divorce too, didn't you?
I did. But what about your dad?
Oh, I left my old man at your parents' house. You can handle his care now.
What the hell? That's completely out of line. You're beyond outrageous. You know my parents are out of town setting up their new store. The house is empty. How could you do this?
Well, duh. Jane lives there, so of course she knows everything about the situation. Besides, there's no way I could pull off such a bold plan if your parents were around, right? You must have figured that much out.
Unbelievable. You left your dad alone knowing there was no one to take care of him? What kind of person does that?
Relax. I locked him inside the house so he can't go anywhere. Problem solved.
Why do you even have a key to my parents' house? This whole thing is unacceptable.
Jane gave it to me. Part of the plan, you know?
Even if you're an in-law, giving you the key without asking is unacceptable. Wait, was sending me to the salon just a way to buy time for all this?
Ding ding, you got it. Think of it as my farewell gift to you. You're welcome.
You're absolutely disgusting. I've reached my limit with your insensitivity.
Anyway, where did you hide my old man's cash card? I've searched the entire house and it's nowhere to be found.
How would I know? I have no reason to hide it in the first place.
You must have stolen it. There's no other explanation for why it's missing.
What are you even saying? I would never do something like that. Stop accusing me.
Then ask my dad directly about it. That's your job, isn't it? Oh, and by the way, I'm heading off on a pre-wedding trip with Jane. While I'm gone, pack up all your stuff and get out of the house.
What the hell? You have money to go on a trip but can't provide for household expenses? Do you really think such absurdity will fly?
You've got 5 days while I'm away to finish everything. If I come back and your stuff is still there, I'll throw it all into garbage bags and toss it out myself. Hey, you remember what I told you, right? Today's the deadline. I'll be back tomorrow. You better be out of the house by then.
Yeah, I'm out.
Good. Now I can come back without any issues. So, where's my dad's cash card?
I couldn't find it.
Useless woman, as always. Hurry up and get it from him.
That's impossible. Because he...
What? Did something happen to him? You're not hiding something, are you? Wait, don't tell me. Is he finally gone?
Yes, sadly.
Seriously? Wow, this is amazing news. Honestly, I didn't think he'd kick the bucket so soon. This seals the deal. My life is officially set. All the inheritance is mine, and I can do whatever I want.
How can you feel nothing when your own father has passed away? Can't you at least pretend to be sad?
Not at all. I'm so happy I feel like dancing right now. I could do a little celebratory jig to mark the occasion.
You're absolutely disgusting. Do you even realize how rotten you are as a person?
Huh? Are you trying to stand up to me now? Don't think I'll just sit back and take it.
I'm not staying silent anymore. I'm done putting up with you.
Don't get cocky just because my dad is gone. You may think you're free now, but when I get back, you're going to regret it.
What are you planning to do?
Well, first, I'll beat you to a pulp and vent all my anger. I'll make sure you're black and blue before I'm done. Brace yourself.
Oh, how terrifying. But do you really think you can do that?
What the hell did you just say? Are you mocking me? After that, I'll lock you in the house and make you work as my slave for the rest of your life. Forget about freedom. It won't exist for you anymore.
That's not going to happen.
Why not? Nothing's impossible. I'm a man of my word.
Oh, really? But isn't it hard to lock me up when you're currently homeless? Where do you plan to lock me in?
Huh? What are you talking about? Have you completely lost your mind?
I'm perfectly sane. Because, you see, your dad's still alive.
What? But you just said he passed away.
That was just his idea. He said he wanted to see how you'd react if you thought he was dead. It was all a test.
What a lame excuse. You're seriously that dumb? There's no way a senile old man would come up with something like that.
Well, it turns out his senility was just an act.
Uh-huh.
He said you kept begging for money, so he pretended to be senile.
Yeah, right. Even when I took him to your parents' house, he didn't resist.
That's because he already knew.
Knew what?
He overheard you and Jane talking on the phone. After that, he apologized to my parents and proposed this plan to free me from you.
Wait, your parents are in on this too?
Yep. Your dad figured out you and Jane would be gone for a week on that trip, so he decided to wrap everything up while you were away.
You're kidding.
After I got your message, I rushed to my parents' house and found out everything there.
Unbelievable.
But thinking back, it all makes sense now.
What does?
Your dad only gave vague, senile responses to you, but to me, he'd say, "Thank you for everything. Don't worry about me. Just go ahead and get a divorce. I'm sorry for everything. Every day without fail."
Hold on. What about my inheritance? The large sum?
There's no way you're getting that. In fact, you'll be the one paying.
What? Fine. I can accept not getting anything. But why the hell would I have to pay?
Because you cheated. Paying alimony is the least you can do. On top of that, you owe me the savings I had before we got married, and compensation for the life you forced on me, like not even letting me go to the doctor.
Are you kidding me? There's no way I'm paying you all that.
Then we'll settle it in court.
If you take this to court, I'll make sure you can never show your face in public again. If you don't want that, then give me 200 grand.
Have you lost your mind?
I married an ugly woman like you and put up with 16 years of marriage. That's worth some compensation, don't you think?
Wow, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What did you just say?
Do you really think you can get away with something so outrageous? In this conversation alone, you've threatened me 3 times and demanded money. That's extortion, and I'll be reporting it to the police.
Wait, hold on. You don't have to take it that far. That's too much. What are you trying to do? Ruin my life?
If I don't, you'll never understand the severity of what you've done. I'm just doing what needs to be done.
Fine. I was wrong about everything. I'll never do anything like this again, so please, don't bring the police into this. Let's just talk things through. I'll come home tomorrow. Please, just wait until then.
Too bad, but you no longer have a home to return to.
What are you talking about? My dad's house is still there.
Oh, really? That house is being put up for sale.
No. Are you serious?
Absolutely. Out of respect for your dad's wishes, my parents are taking care of it. You won't get to do as you please anymore.
Are you kidding me? You and your parents are heartless. Don't you see how cruel it is to take away a house from a man who needs care? That's inhuman.
You have no right to say that. You refused to care for your own dad and were just waiting for him to pass away so you could get his money. And for your information, this was entirely his decision.
No freaking way. You're lying.
I don't need to lie. Your dad has decided to move into a senior care facility, so there's nothing to worry about on that front.
Then what about me?
Well, looks like homelessness is in your future.
This can't be real. Why is this happening to me?
It's called consequences. You're reaping what you sowed.
Hold on. I admit I was wrong. Please, give me another chance. Let's not go through with the divorce.
What are you saying now? I'm already talking to my lawyer, so it's going forward as planned.
Stop it. I swear I'll change. I won't ever do anything like I did again.
Stop with your nonsense. Do you have any idea how selfish you sound? You're absolutely the worst.
Honey, do you really feel that way about me?
Yes, with all my heart. All I feel toward you is resentment. Go rot in hell.
How can you say that to your husband? You've lost your mind.
You're my ex-husband-to-be now. You're just the guy I know. Oh, and about Jane? She probably got close to you for money.
That's a lie.
Believe it or not, that's up to you. But here's a heads up. Both your dad and my parents have decided to cut ties with you and Jane completely. Make sure she gets the message. Well then, goodbye.
Wait, you can't just leave it like this. Why do I have to go through this?
Oh, let me tell you why. Your king of the castle rules don't work anymore. That era is over. You'd better prepare yourself to live on your own. Don't expect any pity or support from me or your dad. No matter how much you regret it, it's none of my concern anymore. I'll be focusing on my own happiness now. Something you took away from me for far too long.
Liz, don't be so cold.
Cold? Do you really think you have the right to say that? We'll never see each other again. Bye. Adam's life spiraled into ruin following a hefty alimony charge. The debt he incurred to pay it off made it impossible for him to maintain a decent lifestyle. At first, he relied on friends, but his terrible personality caused them to leave him one by one. When news of his abuse against me and his affair with my sister reached his colleagues, it was the final nail in the coffin. He became ostracized within the company, and even his boss lost faith in him. He eventually couldn't bear it, leading to his resignation. His pride was his downfall. Initially, he boasted, "I'll only take jobs that suit my level," but reality hit hard. He ended up working part-time jobs, constantly complaining, "I don't belong in a place like this." Inevitably, his poor attitude led to trouble, and he was fired from multiple positions. Now he lives under constant harassment from debt collectors. At first, he tried to keep up with payments, but as time went on, he defaulted and eventually fled to the countryside to escape. In his new environment, he tries to keep a low profile, eking out a living with sporadic day labor jobs. Meanwhile, my sister Jane faced her own downfall. After being cut off by her parents, she initially sought refuge with Adam, but when she realized he had no money, she quickly left him. She tried clinging to other men for support, but everyone kept their distance. It seems the life of taking advantage of others finally caught up with her. As for me, I'm living a peaceful and fulfilling life. I found a job I enjoyed and am surrounded by supportive friends and family. The words of gratitude and the money left to me by my ex-father-in-law have become my treasures. I've decided not to touch the money, keeping it safe for any unforeseen circumstances. From now on, I'm focusing solely on my own happiness and embracing the life I've regained.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.